Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Grand Forks Central taking on West Fargo, the Packers, as the EDC volleyball season winds down. We have an exciting matchup for you here tonight on Halloween. Fans are feeling festive from both sides. Student section is dressed up in their best outfits, and the referees are ready to get things started. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be starting here. Our pregame show will kick off around 6:30. I'm just doing some testing here, so please bear with us. 6:30 we'll begin the pregame show, and first tip is expected for around 7 p.m. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Good. A little quiet. Okay, let me try to turn it up. Test 1 2 3, 1 2 3 4, 5 6 7 8, 9 10 11 12 13 14. Grand Forks Central taking on West Fargo EDC volleyball tonight. We're excited for this matchup, and we will be bringing it to you on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. Better? That's where we want it to be. I trust you. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. Tonight we are bringing you EDC volleyball. Grand Forks Central playing host to West Fargo High School. This broadcast is brought to you by Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales, and you are watching the pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment. True to our values, driven by you, and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision, you watch it come to life. Tonight's matchup features two teams as we're getting close to the end of the regular season of North Dakota High School volleyball. Grand Forks Central has had their fair share of ups and downs this season. They have had 7 wins on the season, defeating East Grand Forks, Devils Lake, and Wahpeton. Both those teams they beat twice, Fargo North and Barnes County North. The Knights will have 3 games remaining in the regular season, including tonight. West Fargo here this evening, next Tuesday against Red River in this same gymnasium, and then next Thursday they will travel to Fargo South to finish out the regular season. That will culminate in the EDC tournament, which begins on November 12th at the top seeds home gymnasiums. The semifinal rounds will also be held at the higher seeds home facilities on November 14th, with the state qualifiers and region championship being held at West Fargo Cheyenne High School on November 16th. Certainly some fair ups and downs this season for the Knights. They played West Fargo earlier in the season down in West Fargo. They lost that one as a sweep with a set score of 3-2-0. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing you video coverage of North Dakota High School volleyball. Grand Forks Central taking on West Fargo High School. You are watching the pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We're going to come back and go through some pregame elements, highlight some of the keys to the game, some of the fuel to the game. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back with our pregame show, getting ready for Grand Forks Central versus West Fargo High School.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to SprayAdvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always...
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com. Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales video coverage of North Dakota High School Volleyball on the KNOX Live Sports Network. Right now, you are watching the pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment, true to our values, driven by you, and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision, you watch it come to life. Right now, we are going to take a look at the drive to the title. The drive to the title is brought to you by Toys for Trucks. Accessorize your car, truck, or SUV today at Toys for Trucks. We're going to take a look at the EDC standings, reading from top to bottom. A couple of teams that Grand Forks Central just recently played. They played the top 2 teams in the standings this last week, that being Fargo Shanley with an 18-1 record in the conference, West Fargo Cheyenne with a 17-2 record in the conference. Continuing to move down, we have some Fargo dominance towards the top of the Eastern Dakota Conference high school volleyball standings. Fargo Davies 15-2, West Fargo Horace 12-6. West Fargo High, who we're going to see take on Grand Forks Central tonight, has a conference record of 12-8. Continuing to move down, Grand Forks Red River with a 10-9 record, sitting right around 500. Then continuing to move down, we have Valley City 8-11. Fargo South 7-13, Fargo North 7-14. Then we have Grand Forks Central with 6 victories in the conference this season, 2 additional victories to lead to an overall record of 8-21. Those 2 extra victories came by way of East Grand Forks, that Cross River rivalry, and Barnes County North. And then to close out the standings, Devils Lake with a 2-17 overall record on the season, and Wahpeton. Those are 2 teams that Grand Forks Central has taken care of business against. They are 2-0 against both Devils Lake and Wahpeton. Action in the conference tonight. Grand Forks Red River is traveling to the Highliner Athletic Facility, taking on Valley City. Fargo South is traveling to West Fargo Horace. Wahpeton is going to Fargo Davies, the number 2 team in the state. West Fargo is, we're going to be broadcasting this matchup here tonight, is taking on Grand Forks Central. West Fargo Cheyenne against Fargo Shanley. That's going to be an interesting matchup to keep an eye on. 2 of the top teams in the Eastern Dakota Conference for high school volleyball in the state of North Dakota. And then we have Devils Lake at Fargo North. Fargo Davies and West Fargo Horace have 3 remaining matches, and as does Grand Forks Central. One of those matches coming tonight against West Fargo. Then next Tuesday they are going to take on Red River. And then next Thursday, they're going to close out the regular season against Fargo South in Fargo South. So only a couple of games remaining for the seniors on this Grand Forks Central Knights volleyball team here tonight at the Grand Forks Central Gymnasium. So they're going to try to take advantage against West Fargo High, a team who they lost to in a clean sweep of sets earlier on in the season down in West Fargo. The Knights fell to the Packers in that one by a set score of 3-0. This is the drive to the title brought to you by Toys for Trucks. Accessorize your car, truck, or SUV today at Toys for Trucks. We're going to take a quick break here. A word from our sponsors. You are watching the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network on KNOX. We will be right back.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop in to Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our video coverage on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. Tonight we are bringing you North Dakota High School Volleyball. Grand Forks Central playing host to West Fargo High School. You are watching the pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We took a look at the Toys for Trucks Drive to the Title earlier during our pregame show. Right now, let's take a look at the Fuel to the Game. The Fuel to the Game is brought to you by Circle K. That is open 24/7, 7 days a week. Starting with Grand Forks Central, we're going to work from top to bottom here. Sydney Tollefson, as you can notice on your screen as this broadcast progresses, Grand Forks Central is operating with some different uniforms tonight. According to their head coach, Brandon Walters, he referenced that they brought these out of the dungeon. So these uniforms that the Knights are going to be wearing tonight are what he speculates to be a couple of decades old. Either way, Sydney Tollefson is going to be wearing jersey number 5 tonight. That's going to be different than her traditional jersey number. And she is a junior coming in at 5'8", a middle hitter. And then we have Greta Gerbard. She's going to be number 4 tonight in these new uniforms. She's a senior middle hitter, 5'9". Then we have J.C. Reardon. J.C. Reardon, taking a look at my roster here, is number 10. She is not going to have a number change. She is a junior coming in at 5'11". Looking at West Fargo's key fuel for the game, brought to you by Circle K. We're going to start with Ellie McIntosh, and then we have Ava Halverson and Andrea Wetterlin. So certainly some size to keep an eye out here tonight for the West Fargo Packers. That's been some of the keys to their success so far this season. Ellie McIntosh, we do not have heights listed on the program in front of us here tonight, but they certainly have a noticeable size difference against Grand Forks Central. Ellie McIntosh, Ava Halverson, and Andrea Wetterlin. We got a couple of hitters that are going to be featured, and that's going to be a challenge for the Grand Forks Central defense for tonight's Eastern Dakota Conference volleyball matchup against West Fargo High School. This, once again, is the Fuel to the Game, brought to you by Circle K. Circle K is open 24/7, 7 days a week, right on the corner of Demers and Washington. Right now, we are going to advance and take a look at the keys for the game, starting with West Fargo High School this time. Speed up the offense against Central's block. You want to continue to make them move on the defensive side, make them get out of position, and take advantage when you do have them out of position. Serve aggressively to put Central out of system, similar to the previous key. You want to really confuse that Grand Forks Central defensive unit, get them running around and take advantage when you have them out of position, and have both setters communicating their game. That's the key. You want to have that libero provide the first set to the outside hitter, and then have some communication of whether you're going to go to the outside hitter or middle hitter for West Fargo High School. Taking a look at Grand Forks Central, when we were focusing on the keys to the game for West Fargo, we were talking about what they need to do offensively. Conversely, we're going to focus on what Grand Forks Central needs to do defensively, defend both with the block and the dig. There is going to be a size advantage for West Fargo High School here tonight at the Grand Forks Central High Gymnasium. However, you got to be aggressive and not be afraid to jump up and meet the ball at the net. And certainly you got to take advantage of the liberos and everybody else in the back row. Not be afraid to get onto the hardwood and make some tough digs. Be balanced. Tollefson hot in win over North, so continue to feed Sydney Tollefson. She's going to be wearing jersey number 5 tonight, the junior, who is going to be an outside hitter and a middle hitter for Grand Forks Central. You want to continue to feed her and try to carry on the success that she had against that game against Fargo North. And then limit the errors. Make West Fargo play. You want to really limit the unforced errors and make West Fargo earn the points that they're going to put up on the scoreboard tonight. And I'm going to add on to that, these keys to the game are brought to you by Jarrell's. See what's new for the season and stop in today. Jarrell's and the Hockey Center on Washington Street. So I'm going to add on to the keys to the game. Grand Forks Central, this is certainly going to be figured to be an underdog in tonight's matchup against the Packers from West Fargo. You don't want to get too high, and you also don't want to get too down. There's going to be a couple of times where they're going to look up at the scoreboard in the middle of the first, second, third, whatever set it might be, and they might be down a handful of points, but you cannot get too low and just focus 1 point at a time, and I'm sure that is the message that head coach Brandon Walters is communicating to his team on the sideline. You are watching the pregame show. The pregame show is brought to you by True North Equipment, true to our values and driven by you. And Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision, you watch it come to life. You are watching our video coverage of Eastern Dakota Conference High School Volleyball, Grand Forks Central taking on West Fargo High. We are approximately 18 minutes away from first tip at Grand Forks Central High School's gymnasium. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break here, a word from our sponsors, but we'll be right back with the pregame show, getting ready for some high school volleyball.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters. Something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Welcome back. We are excited to be bringing you video coverage of tonight's Eastern Dakota Conference volleyball matchup between Grand Forks Central and West Fargo High School. We are just 14 and a half minutes away from first tip here at Grand Forks Central High School's gymnasium. You are watching the pregame show. The pregame show is brought to you by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel. And you are watching the Rivards Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. To access this stream, to tell your colleagues, friends, and family, make sure to visit our website, knoxradio.com, under the Live Sports tab. Or you could simplify things by utilizing the search bar on YouTube, looking up KNOX Live Sports, and you will find coverage of tonight's broadcast. And we have an exciting broadcast coming to you tomorrow. North Dakota High School football, Red River taking on Bismarck St. Mary's. We will have that pregame coverage for you starting shortly after 5 p.m. with first kick scheduled for 6 p.m. So once again, you will be able to tune into that and tonight's broadcast, of course, utilizing our website, knoxradio.com, under the Live Sports tab. Tonight is a video-only coverage. Tomorrow we will have video coverage as well as radio coverage on 1310 AM, 107.9 FM, KNOX. Tonight's matchup, Grand Forks Central against West Fargo High School. This is the second time these two teams have matched up against each other this season. The first time the Packers swept Grand Forks with a set score of 3-0. Once again, we're going to take a look at the drive for the title, just to take a look at the standings of the Eastern Dakota Conference coming into tonight's matchup and some of the other action that's taking place across to the eastern side of the state. To note, Grand Forks Central does have 8 overall wins on the season, 6 of them coming in the conference. They were able to beat Devils Lake twice, and they were able to beat Wahpeton twice, so you'll be able to notice that they're able to take care of business with the teams that are below them in the standings. And then they were also able to beat Fargo North, and that was a big game where Sydney Tollefson came up big, and they're going to try to continue to feed her on the offensive side of the net if she will be able to continue her success and try help the Knights upset the Packers here this evening. And we are in the later stages of the regular season for high school volleyball in the state of North Dakota. The EDC tournament is scheduled to begin on November 12th, and the first round is going to be hosted by the top seeds at their home gymnasiums, as well as the semifinal rounds. They will also be held at the higher seeds' home facilities, and that will be on November 14th, the semifinal rounds and the consolation rounds. And then the state qualifiers and the region championship will be held at West Fargo Cheyenne High School on November 16th. So coming into the final stretch of the regular season, some of the last 2 games Grand Forks Central has played have been against some of the top teams in the Eastern Dakota Conference, that being Fargo Shanley and West Fargo Cheyenne. But at this stage of the season, you want to be playing your best volleyball, and Grand Forks Central has built some confidence with some of the play that they've put onto the courts in some of their previous matchups, especially in that victory against Fargo North. They have to be happy with that one, as well as their victories over Devils Lake, Wahpeton, and then they have non-conference victories over East Grand Forks and Barnes County North. The state tournament is going to begin the following week after the EDC conference tournament. That's going to be November 21st at the Fargo Dome. Grand Forks Central has 3 games remaining, including tonight's matchup against West Fargo. Next week, they have a pair of games to close out the regular season, starting on Tuesday, November 5th against Red River. That is going to be the final home game of the season for Grand Forks Central at this gymnasium. And then they're going to go on the road to close out the regular season on Thursday, November 7th, and that is going to be at Fargo South. So once again, taking a look at the drive for the title, brought to you by Toys for Trucks. Accessorize your car, truck, or SUV today at Toys for Trucks. Going from top to bottom, we mentioned that Fargo Shanley and West Fargo Cheyenne, the number 1 and 2 teams in the Eastern Dakota Conference, are the 2 previous matchups that Grand Forks Central faced up against. But continuing down on that list, Fargo Davies, West Fargo Horace, West Fargo High School, who we're going to see tonight, has a 12-8 record in the conference with an 18-11 overall record on the season. Grand Forks Red River, Valley City, Fargo South, Fargo North, who Grand Forks Central was able to defeat thanks to Sydney Tollefson's solid performance. And then Grand Forks Central closing out the conference. They have a 6-13 overall record in the conference with an 8-21 overall record on the season. And then closing out the rest of the standings, Devils Lake and Wahpeton. Also in action tonight, Grand Forks Red River traveling to Valley City, Fargo South going to West Fargo Horace, Wahpeton going up against Fargo Davies, West Fargo Cheyenne going to Fargo Shanley. That's going to be an exciting matchup to see what the result of that game is. I would imagine that's not going to be figured out in 3 sets. That might go 4 or even 5 sets, the 2 top teams in the Eastern Dakota Conference standings for high school volleyball. And then Devils Lake will take on Fargo North. Fargo Davies and West Fargo West Fargo, Horace each have 3 games remaining, just like Grand Forks Central. However, they are not in action tonight. West Fargo, Horace is in action. Fargo Davies, of course, is in action as well. So just going to disregard my previous comment in that regard. And then all other teams have 2 remaining games after tonight. So after tonight, Fargo Davies and West Fargo Horace will have 3 remaining matches. However, all other teams in the conference will have 3 remaining matches, including tonight. So after this evening, every other team in the Eastern Dakota Conference besides Fargo Davies and West Fargo Horace will have 2 remaining matchups. We are bringing you video coverage of Eastern Dakota Conference High School Volleyball on the Rivard's Turf and Forage and Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. And you are watching the pregame show. The pregame show is brought to you by True North Equipment. True to our values and driven by you. And Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision, you watch it come to life. We are 8.5 minutes away from first tip here at the Grand Forks Central High School Gymnasium. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsors. We will be right back with North Dakota High School Volleyball on KNOX.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Made of steel.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Wow, Ram buyers, listen up. Right now, get 22% off all remaining Ram trucks at Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. Yep, you heard right, 22% off. You pick 1500 or heavy duty and save 22% right off the top. Or get 0% for 72 months on select Wrangler, Grand Cherokee, Pacifica, or Dodge Hornet. These are huge discounts and 0% is back. It's a great time to take a test drive. Grab these huge discounts and low financing now at Nelson Auto Center, Grand Forks.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are excited to bring you video coverage of tonight's North Dakota High School volleyball matchup between Grand Forks Central and West Fargo High School. We are only 4 minutes away from first tip here at the Grand Forks Central High School Gymnasium, and you are watching the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. To access this video stream, visit our website, knoxradio.com. Or you could simplify your search utilizing the search bar on YouTube by looking up KNOX Live Sports. You are watching the the pregame show brought to you by True North Equipment, true to our values and driven by you, and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We watch your vision, we craft your vision, you watch it come to life. Tonight's matchup of Grand Forks Central against West Fargo High School. This will be their second matchup so far this season. Last time these two teams faced off, it was in West Fargo, and the Packers swept Grand Forks with a set score of 3-0. There is 3 remaining games for Grand Forks Central remaining on their regular season schedule, including tonight's matchup against the Packers. They will close off the regular season next week against their crosstown rival, Red River. That's going to be on Tuesday, November 5th. And then they will close out the regular season on Thursday, November 7th at Fargo South, getting ready to start the Eastern Dakota Conference Tournament, which begins on November 12th at the top seeds' home gymnasiums. The semifinal rounds and the consolation rounds will also be held at the higher seeds' home facilities on November 14th, with the state qualifiers and the conference region championship being held at West Fargo Cheyenne High School on November 16th. Let's take another look at our Fuel for the Game. The Fuel for the Game is brought to you by Circle K. Open 24/7 and 7 days a week. Starting with Grand Forks Central, Sydney Tollefson, one of their victories against a team that's ranked higher than them currently in the standings in the Eastern Dakota Conference, was very crucial to their success against Fargo North just a couple of weeks ago. So we're going to see if she can continue to have the hot hand and be able to lead the Knights to an upset here this evening against the Packers. Greta Gebhard, she is a senior 5'9" middle hitter. She will be wearing number 4 tonight on this Halloween evening. Grand Forks Central is utilizing some different uniforms that they usually wear. According to their head coach, Brandon Walters, they dove into the dungeon and were able to find some retro uniforms that he is able to assume come from a couple of decades ago. And as we speak, we have Michael Myers walking by and making eye contact with us. Luca, let's see if you can get the camera on Michael Myers, just quintessential to what we have here this evening. And there he is, Michael Myers, making his appearance on Halloween night. I'm sure we're going to have plenty of students dressed up. The student section is below us. We see a nice mix of costumes. Some of the parents are getting into the festivities as well. Michael Myers taking his lap around the top row here at the Grand Forks Central High School Gymnasium. That was quite the sight to see, and it spooked me. Luca Carpenter, our cameraman tonight, didn't appear to be quite equally as spooked. However, playing high school volleyball on Halloween tonight at Grand Forks Central as they play host to West Fargo High School. Once again, sorry Michael Myers interrupted us, taking a look at our Fuel for the Game brought to you by Circle K. We talked about Sydney Tollefson and the success that she's had so far this season. Greta Gebhard, the junior middle hitter, senior middle hitter coming at 5'9". And then J.C. Reardon, junior 5'11" middle hitter, and her sister Lauren Reardon, the senior, coming in at 5'8". Lauren is a Division I basketball committed to the University of North Dakota. And then on the West Fargo side, we have middle hitter Ellie McIntosh, Ava Halverson, outside hitter, and Andrea Wetterlin is the final player that we are going to spotlight in tonight's pregame show. We are getting ready to sing the national anthem here at Grand Forks. We're going to take one last break, and we will be back with the action as Grand Forks Central takes on West Fargo High School. Eastern Dakota Conference Volleyball, do not go anywhere. We will be right back with First Tip on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Just wrapping up the Star-Spangled Banner here at the Grand Forks Central High School Gymnasium, getting ready as we're wrapping up the regular season of Eastern Dakota Conference North Dakota High School Volleyball. The Knights taking on the Packers from West Fargo High School. We're reading off the starting lineups for West Fargo. The starting lineups are brought to you by Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC. A little bit of a delayed start to our broadcast here tonight. We had a spirited JV matchup that went into the third set, so that pushed back the start of this varsity game by about 10 minutes. However, we are happy to bring you this video coverage on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. And you just watched the pregame show. That pregame show was brought to you by True North Equipment. True to our values and driven by you, and Signature Graphics and Apparel. We craft your vision, you watch it come to life. The starting lineups for West Fargo High School, once again brought to you by Franzen Bank and Trust, getting ready to read off the starters for Grand Forks Central. Throwback night, and that has to do with the victories that we're seeing. Number 1, Maya Orr. Brooklyn Strom, number 32. Julia Bybee. Marley Ewer. And then we also have another player who I was not able to hear on the public address. So we're getting ready to start this matchup on Halloween night at Grand Forks Central High School's gymnasium. The student section is dressed up, and during the pregame show, we were paid a visit by Michael Myers, who was taking some laps around the concourse here in the gymnasium at Grand Forks Central High School, and that certainly scared me a little bit. Sam Jensen, I will be your play-by-play voice here tonight for this broadcast. Joining me is Luca Carpenter. He's the man behind the camera. He's going to keep us on air and looking good. Once again, you are watching this on the Rivards Turf and Forage. Check out all of our specialized seeds at rivards.com and Grand Trailer Sales, trailer parts sales and service in East Grand Forks, KNOX Live Sports Network. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers to tune in tonight's broadcast. They can do so by visiting our website, knoxradio.com, under the Live Sports tab. Or you can simplify their search by utilizing the search bar on YouTube by looking up KNOX Live Sports. Getting ready for the first tip here. Grand Forks Central taking on West Fargo High School. These two teams met earlier on in the season. And the last time these two teams faced off, it was in West Fargo, and the Packers swept Grand Forks with the set score of 3-0. Grand Forks Central with 7 wins on the season, 8 wins on the season, defeating East Grand Forks, Devils Lake twice, Wahpeton twice, Fargo North, and Barnes County North. After tonight, they will have 2 remaining games in the regular season next week against Red River in this same gymnasium, and then they will travel to Fargo South 1 week from today, Thursday, November 7th, to wrap up the regular season, getting ready to start the Eastern Dakota Conference Tournament, which will start on November 12th at the higher seeds home facilities. Grand Forks Central starting us off. Serving will be number 3, Emily Groh. Groh with a nice serve. That's played by the libero for West Fargo. Nice setup to the outside hitter and unable to get to the dig was Grand Forks Central, wearing her libero outfit. That is going to be number 16, Piper Severson. So an early 1-0 lead for the Packers. Serving for them is going to be number 10, Maya Glant. Played nicely by Kohlmeyer in the back row. Grand Forks Central able to get it over the net. Nice spike by West Fargo's Ellie McIntosh. He was a player that we highlighted during the pregame show as part of the Fuel for the Game, brought to you by Circle K. McIntosh with a nice serve there. Too much for Grand Forks Central, and that will give the Packers a 2-point advantage in the first set. Some nice finesse over the net by West Fargo. Unsure what the infraction was. Reaching over the net is the call by our officials, so that's going to be a point awarded to West Fargo yet again. They have the first 3 points of the opening set. Some confusion in the back row here from the Knights. There's a couple of the back row players, that being number 11, Kohlmeyer, and the libero, number 16, Piper Severson. A little bit of miscommunication. That's going to be another point awarded to the Packers, and they're getting out to a big lead early on here in set number 1. Severson setting this one up, going to the outside hitter on the far side, unable to get it in. Some nice effort to set that one up. That was played by number 5. We have some different uniforms tonight. Sydney Tollefson. Sydney Tollefson trying to repeat the success that she had against Fargo North. And if the Knights want to pull off the upset here tonight, they're going to need Severson to have a big night. Tollefson. And we're going to have an early timeout, folks. We are going to take this one with them early on in the first set. West Fargo High School beating Grand Forks Central by a score of 6-0 in the first set. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Grand Forks Central Volleyball on KNOX.
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Only able to miss 1 point there. West Fargo, a nice rally, the best one we've seen so far tonight. However, the hit from the outside by way of Tollefson is just out of bounds, according to our official. So that's going to extend the lead for West Fargo by a score of 7-0 in the first set. Nice play to the near outside hitter. A nice finesse play by number 13, Lauren Reardon. West Fargo able to recover. Reardon once again from the near side, and she gets this one in. Nice play for Grand Forks Central, as we are going to capture that replay and take another look at that one. I wish I would. And here's the play. So Grand Forks Central able to get their first point. So Reardon with a nice finesse play. West Fargo able to recover, but Grand Forks Central was able to set up the offense that they wanted to set up, and then Reardon did not miss when given another opportunity. That replay is brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency, and while I was showing you that replay, West Fargo High School was able to get another point to get back onto the column in that regard. So they're going to extend their lead in set number 1 to 8-1. Tollefson now with the hit from the outside, and that's going to be deflected off the front row of West Fargo High School. So that's going to be another point here for Grand Forks Central. Coming out of their timeout, that timeout was brought to you by Apex Apparel and Big Jim's Tire. They appear to be playing a little bit better. Going into that timeout, they were trailing by a score of 6-0, and since they are tied up at 2, to bring us to a total score in set number 1 of 8-2, West Fargo High School with the advantage. A nice serve from Grand Forks Central, forcing West Fargo to try and recover, and they're able to do so. Hitting this one from the outside is Ori Morris, the sophomore outside hitter for the Packers, and that's going to extend the lead for West Fargo yet again. Checking in for West Fargo, number 16, Harper Odden. No subs to speak of yet for Grand Forks Central. They have kept everything the same from their starting lineup. This one's going to be played in the back row by their libero, Piper Severson. Reardon from her outside hitting position. That's going to be number 13. That's Lauren Reardon. So we have a couple of Reardons to keep an eye on tonight, J.C. Reardon and Lauren Reardon. That point is going to go to West Fargo. That's going to extend the lead for them in set number 1, 10-2. Nice play on the outside there. One of the Reardons, and that is going to be out for West Fargo, so that's going to be a rare mistake from the Packers. Grand Forks Central is going to benefit from that. So that's going to bring their total points in set number 1 up to 3 against West Fargo's 10. Lauren Reardon doing serving for the Knights here, trying to put a rally together, try to claw their way back into this one in set number 1. And that was a nice serve right on the line. That is going to be an ace for Lauren Reardon. So that's certainly some positive news for the Knights volleyball team. They're going to try to build off this and continue to put a rally together to claw back into set number 1. This is number 13, Lauren Reardon, the senior. She's going to put this one into the net, so that's going to be a point for West Fargo. And that's something we talked about during the Keys to the Game that was brought to you by Jarrell's in the pregame show, is Grand Forks Central is going to want to avoid those unforced errors and really try to make West Fargo earn the points that they put up on the Ultra Health System scoreboard here tonight. That middle hit is going to be successful from the inside. The middle hitter, that's going to be by way of number 10, J.C. Reardon, utilizing her size, going all the way up to the net. And that went off a West Fargo Packer front line defender, but right back into the net. So that's going to be another point for Grand Forks Central to bring our total score of 11-5 in set number 1. And West Fargo High School is able to respond. That's going to be by way of Maya Glant from her outside hitting position. We've seen her make a couple of those plays so far in tonight's matchup, and that's going to extend the lead for the Packers by way of 12-5 on our Ultra Health System scoreboard. And we're going to have a point awarded to Grand Forks Central there. They're going to maybe benefit from, I don't know volleyball's rule book too in-depth. However, it appears that that ball did not land on West Fargo's side of the court. Unsure how the Knights are going to be able to be the recipients of that point. Nevertheless, they're going to try to put a rally together here in set number 1, trailing the Packers by a score of 12-6. This ball is going to go up into the rafters and set up nicely for a middle hit from West Fargo by way of Ellie McIntosh, one of those players that we highlighted during the pregame show. Ellie McIntosh, a junior middle hitter for the Packers. You do not want to have her get a ball that is set up in a favorable position, as she will make your defense pay like she did on that one. 13-6 West Fargo, set number 1. And that serve is going to be deep for the Packers. So an unforced error there for West Fargo. That's a rare mistake that we see from this squad. The Packers are coached by Kelsey Titus. Grand Forks Central is coached by Brandon Walters. And that's going to be another point for Grand Forks Central. Putting a rally together, now trailing only by a score of 13-8. First team to get 3 sets. To win 3 sets is going to come away victorious here this evening. Another serve from Grand Forks Central. This is going to be hit by the outside hitter, and it is going to fall innocently to on the court, and that is going to be a point for West Fargo High School. And our cameraman, Luca Carpenter, giving out some instructions for the West Fargo faithful to tell their family, friends, and colleagues how to tune into tonight's broadcast. If you want to communicate that same message, tell your colleagues, friends, and family to visit our website, knoxradio.com, and hover over the live sports tab. And ferocious outside hit from Ori Morris. We've seen a couple of those. Let me update the scoreboard here as West Fargo's lead is now at 15-8 in set number 1 here at the Grand Forks Central High School Gymnasium. Serving is Maya Glant. Nice play from the back line to set up Reardon on the near side. She tried to do a finesse hit over, but that one fell just short of the net, and that's going to land on the Grand Forks Central side, and that's going to be a point awarded to the Packers. Maya Glant serving once again for the Packers. This one's going to be played by the libero, Piper Severson, in the back row. Grand Forks Central able to get it over the net. Once again, Glant is just going to hit this one from the back row, trying to use some finesse on the outside as Sydney Tollefson, throwing West Fargo into a little bit of chaos on their side of the net. Now Grand Forks Central with the advantage, and Reardon is going to take an advantage. That's going to come from Lauren Reardon, the senior, and we've seen her make some big plays from that outside hitter position so far this evening. They are going to try to continue to feed both of the Reardons, Lauren and JC, and they're going to want to get Sydney Tollefson going, do the Knights, if they want to continue to claw back into this one in set number 1 and have continued success in the additional sets that we're going to be playing here this evening. That serve is going to be an out, another unforced error for the Knights, so that's going to extend the lead for the Packers. They now lead Grand Forks by a score of 17-9 on our All True Health System scoreboard in set number 1. This serve is going to come by way of Ellie McIntosh, and that one is going to go directly into the net. An unforced error for the Packers, so that's going to be a point that is awarded to Grand Forks Central. Subbing in, number 34 for Grand Forks Central. That is going to be Jade Naughton, wearing a different uniform number here tonight, as the Knights whip these vintage uniforms out of the dungeon. And their head coach, Brandon Walters, assumes that these uniforms come from the early 2000s. So 20 years old, wearing them on vintage night here at Grand Forks Central on Halloween. That is going to be another point awarded to West Fargo. They're going to extend their lead to a score of 18-10 in set number 1. Allison Schultz checking in for West Fargo. She'll be taking care of the serving duties for this point. Nice strong serve to the back row. That's going to be played nicely by the libero Severson. And another nice hit. That is going to come by way of Sydney Tollefson. So we're going to want to see some more of that if Grand Forks Central wants to stay competitive in this volleyball matchup this evening, as they're going to try hope for a big rally. Taking care of the serving duties, trying to lead the way to a comeback in set number 1 is Lauren Reardon. And once again from that outside hitter position, a ferocious hit from number 5, Ava Halverson, but that was played nicely in the back row by Reardon. Reardon unable to get to that one. That comes by way of Ori Morris for the Packers, once again extending their lead. Olivia Peterson serving for the Packers. Played nicely in the back row. Tollefson sending it over the net for the Knights. Reardon setting this one up to the near side. Hitting that one is number 3. That's Emily Groh. And finally, JC Reardon now sends it to the other side of the net. We have a pretty good rally taking place. JC Reardon with a nice sneaky over, and that's going to be a point for Grand Forks Central. And we're going to take a look at that replay. This replay is brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency. The Reardon sisters just putting on a terrific display. Garreau doing a nice job to set that one up. And here you can see J.C. Reardon making the Packers defense get out of position on their side of the net. And J.C. takes advantage by just putting that one directly over. Once again, that replay is brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency. Coming back to play on the court, West Fargo Packers with the most recent point, so that extends their lead to a score of 20-12 in set number 1. And that's going to be an ace for the Packers. Placed nicely in the corner, and that's the name of the game, is put it where they are not. And mission accomplished for West Fargo High School. That is one of their liberos, and when the libero throws on a different jersey, unless notified by the coaching staff, I am not going to be able to identify who that player is until she puts on more of a traditional uniform, not indicating that she's the libero. A nice sneaky over there for Grand Forks Central. That is going to be coming from number 4, Greta Gebhard, and that is going to be a point that is going to be awarded to Grand Forks Central. So a nice play there from Gebhard, yet again one of our players that we highlighted during our pregame show. Coming into the game for Grand Forks Central is number 2, Rowan Olmstead. And she will be serving right now for Grand Forks. Nice over. And played from the back row. Nice job by Olmstead. But West Fargo taking advantage of their size difference on the net, as they are going to put that return right back where it came from, and that's going to be a point that is going to be awarded to West Fargo, extending their lead to a score of 22-13 in set number 1. Nice up by Lauren Reardon on the near side, coming all the way over from that outside hitter position with Sydney Tollefson to keep this play alive for the Knights. Sending it over yet again, that's Emily Garreau. And now West Fargo from that outside hitter position, kind of a spike from halfway back of their side of the net. Nice rally taking place between West Fargo and Grand Forks. And West Fargo is going to finish that points off. A nice spike from that outside hitter position. Maya Glant, the freshman. Not looking like a freshman on that play, but credit to both of these teams. That was probably the best rally that we have seen up until this point in set number 1. West Fargo only 2 points away from putting this set to bed. We have not seen Severson come off the court, the libero so far for Grand Forks Central. Nice up there. She's going to play this one to Olmsted. That's going to come near side to Lauren Reardon. West Fargo able to take advantage. Once again, a nice up by Severson. And another nice play for Grand Forks Central. That is going to be pushed over by Emily Garreau, finding a soft spot in the West Fargo defense. So now Grand Forks Central really needing to put a run together here in set number 1. They trail by 9 on our All True Health System scoreboard by a score of 23-14. Nice serve there from Garreau. And not able to return it is West Fargo. So that nice serve there from Garreau got the Packers all out of sorts defensively. And that's going to be another point for Grand Forks. Trailing West Fargo by a score of 23-15 in set number 1. Garreau once again sending this one over. Played better this time by West Fargo, setting up their outside hitter. That's going to go to Ellie McIntosh, but she's going to hit that one deep and out of bounds. So the third consecutive point correction being awarded to the Knights. Garreau doing a good job of hitting it nice, unique defensive formation here for West Fargo, kind of forming an L pattern, preparing for the serve from Garreau. The near hitter, that one's going to be tipped at the net. They need to get this one over, and they are able to do it. That one is going to be a kill being granted to Sydney Tollefson for Grand Forks Central. So a nice play there. I thought that was more than 3 hits, but not exactly very knowledgeable on the intricacies of the volleyball rule book, so they must not count the initial tip at the net. Nevertheless, another point for Grand Forks Central. Another tip at the net. We're going to get a call from the FAR official, and that's going to be a net infraction against West Fargo. So another point for Grand Forks Central. They're putting a nice run together. Before Garreau got behind the service line, they were trailing by 9. Now they trail just by 6 with a score of 23-17 on our Ultra Health System scoreboard in set number 1. Garreau trying to continue this run for Grand Forks Central. And this one is going to go in the net. Nice stretch of serves there from Emily Garreau, the senior outside hitter for Grand Forks Central. So now we're going to have a set point coming up, West Fargo High School serving. This one will be serviced by Maya Glant, the freshman. Played on the near side by Lauren Reardon. Lauren Reardon gets it back, and nice ball placement on the outside, at least I thought, but the official is going to say that that one was out of bounds. So that's going to do it for set number 1. West Fargo High School taking that one by a score of 25-17. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break here. A word from our sponsors. We'll be right back with set number 2. Grand Forks Central taking on West Fargo High School. Eastern Dakota Conference Volleyball on KNOX.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop in to Jarrell's and Hockey World. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to start set number 2. West Fargo High School winning the first one by a score of 25-17. Nice run there at the end from Grand Forks Central to try to get back into this one. Let me reset the scoreboard here to get these scores back down to 0 as we get ready to start set number 2. The public address announcer, dressed as Gene Simmons from KISS, putting on quite the performance in between sets there, playing I Want to Rock and Roll Every Night. So entertaining the crowd here on Halloween evening at the Grand Forks Central High School Gymnasium is the public address announcer here, dressed as Gene Simmons from KISS. Then if you, right below us is the student section. We have a variety of costumes, some creativity, some that are less creative. Basketball jerseys, hockey jerseys, I would throw on the less creative spectrum. The individuals running the concession stand tonight. Nice group costume. We got a hot dog, and then we got one dressed as a ketchup bottle and one dressed as a mustard bottle. They're providing some delivery service here this evening to the student section at this Grand Forks Central High School Gymnasium. So certainly Grand Forks is getting in the spirit. West Fargo High School bringing a solid contingency here this evening, filling up an entire section on the near side right below us. And some of those fans are getting into the festivities as well, wearing some Hawaiian-themed T-shirts. However, that might be the theme for this team so far this season, as they got some players' last names embroidered on the back. Getting ready to start set number 2. West Fargo won the first one by a score of 25-17. However, Grand Forks Central, after their initial timeout, falling down by a score of 6-0, was able to play some more consistent volleyball in the later stretches of that set. A nice run from Emily Garreau, serving for the Knights, trailing by 9. Able to claw them all the way back to within 6 at one point. But when West Fargo High School got the ball back, it was service point. West Fargo is going to start service in set number 2. Liv Auden. And that's going to be Tollefson from her outside hitter position on the near side. A little too eager on that one, as that one's going to go a little deep. So West Fargo High School is going to get the first point of set number 2. On our Ultra Health System scoreboard, the set score is 1-0 West Fargo and 1-0 in set number 2. Need to get this one over as Tollefson, and she's going to hit that one into that. Not necessarily the most advantageous set provided to Tollefson on that one. Not exactly putting herself in the best position with where the ball was placed, trying to do the best with what she was provided. Nevertheless, that's another point for West Fargo High School. And once again, West Fargo High School utilizing their size advantage at the net. Number 4, Greta Gebhardt, trying to get that one over, but that was blocked at the net by Ellie McIntosh for the Packers. So if you're Grand Forks Central, you got to try stop the bleeding early here in set number 2. You cannot fall down by more than 5, more than a handful of points. West Fargo is just too good to give up that big of a lead. And another kill from the front line of West Fargo High School. I believe that is Ellie McIntosh yet again. So she's putting together a nice performance so far tonight, especially in the early stages of this second set. Liv Auden continuing the service duties for West Fargo in set number 2. played on the back line by the libero, Piper Severson. Outside hitter on the far side, that is going to be number 14, Marley Euler, the senior middle hitter. A little bit too much power on that one. That's going to go deep, so 5-score advantage for West Fargo in set number 2. Set number 1, they got out to a 6-0 lead. Let's see if they're able to replicate that success in set number 2. And another solid hit from Ellie McIntosh. That's her 3rd kill of this stretch of points for West Fargo. They extend their lead to 6. Let's see if head coach Brandon Walters elects to utilize another timeout to try settle this Grand Forks Central team down. Auden with another tremendous serve. That one actually goes on top of the basketball hoop. And Severson is just going to have to send that one over underhanded. Outside hitter, nice play from the back line. That's Lauren Reardon. Now on the near side, number 14, Marley Euler, able to get that one over with some power. And now Grand Forks Central needs to get this one over, floundering on their side of the net, but able to get it over. The near side hitter is able to get it over for the Packers. Grand Forks Central, the nicest rally we've seen so far in set number 2. And once again, we see Ellie McIntosh flexing her muscle for this West Fargo Packers volleyball team. They extend their lead to 7-0 in set number 2. Back of the napkin stats, I believe that is kill number 4 for McIntosh in set number 2 alone, putting together a dominant performance on the front net. And not able to handle that one in the back row is Piper Severson. That serve had some juice on it. And now Brandon Walters looks like he's going to call a timeout, and we're going to take this one with him. So we will be right back with Grand Forks Central Volleyball. You are watching it on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center in Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's in Hockey World.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Your local.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. Grand Forks Central trying to weather the storm here against West Fargo in set number 2. The Packers out to an early set lead of 8-0 after winning set number 1 by a score of 25-17. Grand Forks Central able to improve coming out of the timeout in the first set. That one looked like they were going to replicate that post-timeout success in set number 2. However, the line judge is going to indicate that that one is out. So that's going to be another point for West Fargo. That timeout is brought to you by Apex Apparel and Big Jim's Tire. Nice. Finally, Grand Forks Central able to get a point here in set number 2. That one is going to come by way of Sydney Tollefson, the star front liner for Grand Forks Central, her junior outside middle hitter position, coming in at 5'8". Nice, powerful kill. First of the second set for Tollefson, who had a handful in set number 1. And a nice serve there from Grand Forks Central's Marley Euler. Had West Fargo's defense all out of whack. And that's going to be the second consecutive point for the Knights. Euler once again setting up behind the service line. Brandon Walters showing his coaching ability. This is the second time so far this evening where Grand Forks Central has come out of a timeout looking like a completely new volleyball team. Lauren Reardon from the near side outside hitter position. That one is going to go all the way across the court and out of bounds according to the line judge. So that is going to stop the run for the Knights. West Fargo is going to serve this one, in taking care of the serving duties is going to be Maya Glantz. They lead Grand Forks by a score of 10-2. And another kill there by Sydney Tollefson. She's starting to heat up here in second number 2. That's her second kill of set number 1. Like I just previously mentioned, she had a handful of kills in the first set. And already with 2 here in set number 2, She can be credited with 2 of Grand Forks Central's 3 points here in the second frame. Some back and forth action on the net here. Grand Forks Central having to recover, needing to get this one over. Successfully doing so is Tollefson. Here comes another kill and another successful one for Ellie McIntosh. Wow, if she gets the ball in a solid position, you might as well say goodnight if you're on the opposing side of the net. McIntosh with already over a handful of kills on the stat sheet under her name in the second frame. J.C. Reardon on the near side. That one's going to be blocked at the net by Finley Grefsrud. Sent immediately back, so that's going to be a point for West Fargo. They're going to extend their lead on our Ultra Health System scoreboard over Grand Forks Central in set number 2 by a score of 12-3. They won set number 1, 25-17. Here comes McIntosh taking care of the serving duties right now for the Packers. Far side, that's Tollefson. West Fargo able to recover. Finesse play played by Lauren Reardon. This one's going to go to Tollefson on the outside, and she's going to hit this one into the net. So that's going to extend the lead to 10 for West Fargo in the second frame. What appears to be an insurmountable comeback in set number 2. Grand Forks Central just trying to focus on improvements, getting ready to go into the Eastern Dakota Conference. Only 2 games remaining after tonight in the regular season for the Knights. They will close out the regular season next week. On Tuesday, they play in this gymnasium, the final home game of the season for Grand Forks Central. They're going to be taking on their crosstown rival, Red River. And then they will close out the season next Thursday, November 7th, and that one will be at Fargo South. And then the EDC tournament is going to begin on November 12th. That will be played at the top seeds home gymnasiums, with the semifinal rounds being held at the higher seeds home facilities as well on November 14th. And then the state qualifiers and the region championships are going to take place at West Fargo Cheyenne High School on November 16th. Updating our scoreboard, that last play went in the direction of West Fargo. Serving now for the Packers is Harper Auden. Lauren Reardon with a nice finesse play. Good recovery for West Fargo. Nice cross kill attempt by Anna Halverson. Defended well by Grand Forks Central. Some nice defense for the Knights. And we're going to have a net infraction on the far side. This one is going to go against Tollefson, so it's going to result in a point for West Fargo. Does not look like Tollefson agrees with that call. Correction, that's number 1, Maya Orr. Maya Orr. Nice play by Lauren Reardon to keep this play alive for Grand Forks Central. And the kill attempt by way of West Fargo's Anna Halverson. And that is going to be too much and out of bounds. So finally, Grand Forks Central is going to have an opportunity to claw back into this set. Trailing by 10 against West Fargo on our Ultra Health System scoreboard. Packers 15, Knights 5. Lauren Reardon with the serve for the Knights. And a powerful hit on the outside from Ori Morris for West Fargo High School. The attempted dig by number 13, Lauren Reardon for Grand Forks, was so powerful that it landed in the student section. So some power on display from the front line for West Fargo, and we've been seeing that all night long. Grand Forks Central struggling to keep up. J.C. Reardon now, and this one is going to be deflected at the front net. Nice deflection. I believe that was blocked by Andrea Wetterlin. Haven't called her name a lot tonight, but we did focus on her as one of the keys to the game during the pregame show. Her alongside Ava Halverson and Ellie McIntosh. We've seen a lot of plays from McIntosh so far in the first 2 frames. And that's going to be deep for West Fargo, so Grand Forks Central yet again will have an opportunity to try put a run together. Trailing by 10. Trailing by 11, correction. Score West Fargo High School 17, Grand Forks Central 6. West Fargo won set number 1 by a score of 25-17. Severson with the serve for Grand Forks Central. Nice return, just barely on the line on the near side. That kill is going to be awarded to, I believe, number 16, Harper Odden for the Packers. That one was right on the line. Sports Center top 10 type play there for West Fargo High School. Kill on the outside coming from Maya Glantz for the Packers. Unable to defend that one is the libero for the Knights, Piper Severson. Grand Forks Central wearing some vintage uniforms coming from the early 2000s. 20 years old, according to the approximations by head coach Brandon Walters. So we got some different jersey numbers being utilized. Thankfully, Walters made his way up to the press box and informed us of the jersey number changes. Otherwise, I'd be looking like a deer in the headlights trying to read these numbers and matching them to the program in front of me. This point is going to go to West Fargo. That one was tipped and went out of bounds on the Grand Forks Central side of the net. We're going to have another timeout called by Brandon Walters. We're going to keep this one here with us. West Fargo leading in set number 2 by a score of 20-6. On Halloween in Grand Forks, the student sections are feeling up to the festivities. We see a variety of different outfits being utilized, a banana costume, a couple of hunters, certainly a fair share of basketball players. We have a dinosaur. That might be the most creative one, an inflatable dinosaur. And then the public address announcer earlier, he was dressed as Gene Simmons from KISS. We heard his best rendition of I Want to Rock and Roll every night. Halloween, October 31st, as we are rounding out the regular season of North Dakota high school volleyball. This, after tonight, Grand Forks Central is going to have 2 final matchups of the season next week in this home gymnasium. On Tuesday, they'll take on Grand Forks Red River. And then they will close out the regular season next Thursday, November 7th at Fargo South, getting ready for the Eastern Dakota Conference Tournament. This timeout was brought to you by Apex Apparel, your family-owned quick turnaround apparel and print shop in Grand Forks, and Big Jim's Tire, the region's largest agricultural tire supplier. Nice finesse shown from the outside by way of Maya Glantz. You can tell Grand Forks Central was expecting a powerful kill. However, Glantz decides to hold back on that one and find a soft spot in the defensive coverage for Grand Forks Central. And West Fargo able to expand on their sizable lead here in set number 2, and they're going to do so again here, extending the lead on our Ultra Health System scoreboard in the second frame to a score of 22-6. West Fargo with the advantage, winning the first set by a score of 25-17. Lauren Reardon punches that one over, and Tollefson. McIntosh met at the net. Nice play from Grand Forks Central's number 4, Greta Gebhard, meeting Ellie McIntosh, who has been having her way with this Grand Forks Central team here so far this evening. But Gebhard meets her at the net right there, and that is going to be a play that she's going to be able to carry with her for the remainder of the season to build some confidence. Might be too little too late in set number 2 so far here, but that was a nice play by Gebhard for the Knights. The Packers win the point after the nice play from Gebhard. So they are just 2 points away from wrapping up set number 2. There's Gebhard again. That one was played on the back line. And once again, Gebhard building some confidence on that front line. Joining her there was Marley Euler, forming a nice wall, able to block that attempted over from West Fargo. So that is going to bring Grand Forks Central 1 point closer. Like I just said, might be too little too late with the set score of 23-8 in the second frame. Going to Lauren Reardon this time from the outside hitter position on the near side. And that ball is going to be out a little bit to the near side of the line. That one missed by just a couple of inches, so we're going to have a set point here for West Fargo. Tollefson sending this one over for the Knights. trying to set up McIntosh. And McIntosh finds a soft spot in the zone once again against Grand Forks Central. She was having her way against the Knights in set number 2. And that's going to do it for set number 2. West Fargo beating Grand Forks Central by a score of 25-8. We're going to take a quick break here. Word from our sponsors. We'll be back with the third frame. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Grand Forks Central Volleyball on KNOX.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. We're bringing you Eastern Dakota Conference Volleyball. Grand Forks Central trailing 2-0 against West Fargo High School. The Packers trying to replicate their success against Grand Forks that they had earlier on in the season. That was down in West Fargo. They won that one by a set score of 3-0, one set away from having that same result. During our timeout break, that was brought to you by Apex Apparel and Big Jim's Tire. They announced the winners of the costume contest in the student section. I was able to take diligent notes. In third place was a student dressed up as a Winnipeg Jets player. Second place was a student dressed up as a pickle. And then first place was the student dressed up as a dinosaur. So some creative outfits on display for Halloween here in Grand Forks Central High School's gymnasium as their volleyball team takes on West Fargo High, the Packers. Sam Jensen, I'm your play-by-play commentator here this evening. Alongside me is Luca Carpenter, keeping us on air and looking good, running the camera for us here this season and all season long. Nice finesse play, and for the first time this evening, Grand Forks Central is going to have a lead in a set. Nice play there from Sydney Tollefson on the outside. Nice finesse play to get that over the net and find a soft spot in West Fargo's coverage. So trying to go on a run here to start set number 3. And unable to put a couple of points together. As a nice fake out on the front line. That one coming from Ellie McIntosh yet again. Is going to even things up here in the third frame. Grand Forks Central in set number 1 fell down by a score of 6-0. They lost that one by a score of 25-17. In set number 2, they fell down 7-0. Ended up losing that one 25-8. All knotted at 1 here in set number 3. Nice block on the front line, trying to reset things up here is Grand Forks. Getting it over the net, that is going to be number 17. Trying to find a number for 17 on my sheet. Wearing different uniforms is Grand Forks Central tonight, so do not currently have a number on hand for the player wearing number 17. Head coach Brandon Walters informed me that the school whipped these uniforms out of the dungeon, and he approximates that they were first worn by the Knights volleyball team in the early 2000s. So approaching 20 years old are the uniforms being worn by the Knights here this evening. Updating our scoreboard, West Fargo High School out to a 3-1 lead in set number 3. And after that ace by way of number 3, Liv Auden, they're going to expand their lead to a score of 4-1 on our Ultra Health System scoreboard, trying to close this match off. West Fargo trying to put this match away, I should say. Winning the first couple of sets here. Nice, strong over there from Sydney Tollefson on the far side. That one appeared to almost go through the net, was able to flutter over. Lauren Reardon now, and good eyes from the back line for West Fargo High School is Olivia Peterson, as that one is deep, so that's going to be a point awarded to West Fargo. And we're going to have a net infraction against West Fargo High School. Nice defense on the front line from Lauren Reardon, standing her ground at the net. West Fargo got a little too aggressive, and we're going to have a point awarded to Grand Forks Central, trying to go on a run to try tie things up here in set number 3. Played nicely on the back line. McIntosh with yet another over. She seems to have everything figured out here this evening, making her case for the PS Garage Doors Player of the Game. This one being served by Maya Glant. JC Reardon on the near side has that one blocked at the net. Grand Forks Central able to recover. Tollefson falling backwards, able to get that one over to the West Fargo side. Nice diving play by the libero, Severson. Tollefson jumping up and down, able to block that kill attempt on the near side. McIntosh once again, Severson able to dig that one up. Lauren Reardon sends it over for the Knights. Nice rally here in set number 3, the best one we've seen so far in this frame. And as I say that, hitting it from the outside, Finney Grefsrud for the Packers. That goes off the hand of Tollefson and into the stands, and that's going to be a point awarded to the Packers to expand their lead to 7-2. Nice hit from the back line from Piper Severson, the libero, who has not came off the court here so far tonight. She has played every point for the Knights, wearing that white jersey with these retro uniforms for Grand Forks Central. West Fargo leading in set number 3, 8-2. Severson's going to have to send this one over from the back line. She's able to successfully do so. Setting up an outside hit from Ori Morris. We've seen her make some impactful plays from that outside hitter position. That one falls inbounds, out of reach of the back line for Grand Forks, and that's going to extend the lead for West Fargo yet again. Tollefson with a powerful kill. On the outside, that one was set up nicely. Dug out by the libero, Severson, and then set up for Tollefson on the outside. We're going to take a look at that replay. Tollefson placing that one exactly where it needed to be put. This replay was brought to you by American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency. Kind of a funky play there on the Grand Forks Central side of the net. Some miscommunication on the end of the Knights. West Fargo able to take advantage, once again extending their lead. After winning set number 1, 25-17, set number 2 by a score of 25-8, they're leading in set number 3, 10-3, looking for a clean sweep for the second time this season against Grand Forks Central. Subbing in now for Grand Forks Central is going to be Marley Euler. She's made some impressive plays, the sophomore, from that front outside hitter position on the net. Grand Forks Central desperately needs to put a run together here to stay competitive in set number 3. Emily Garreau playing that one over the net. Nice, powerful hits from the West Fargo side by way of Liv Auden. And that one is going to land in bounds. Once again, extending the lead for West Fargo. On our Ultra Health System scoreboard, they lead in set number 3 by a score of 11-4, with a set score of 2-0. Nice over from J.C. Reardon there for Grand Forks Central. We've seen a lot of nice plays at the net for Grand Forks Central, just not able to put together much consistency in tonight's matchup against West Fargo. But there's certainly some highlights that head coach Brandon Walters can point out on film to try carry some success over into the Eastern Dakota Conference tournament that is slated to begin on November 12th. Severson needing to send this one over from the back row. She's able to do so. Nice block on the front line. That one coming from Gebhard. Nevertheless, West Fargo able to defend on their side of the net, and they're going to be the beneficiary of that point. But a nice block from Gebhard. That's the difference between good teams and great teams in the Eastern Dakota Conference, is making plays at the net. That can't be the end of the point. Staying focused until that whistle is blown, and we've seen West Fargo playing to the whistle many times, and that's allowed them to build a big lead, not only in this set, but come away victorious in frame number 1 and frame number 2. And yet another point for the Packers, extending their lead on our All True Health System scoreboard, 13-6 over Grand Forks. 13-5, correction. Serving is Olivia Peterson. And we're going to have an infraction, a carry infraction on the front net. That one is going to be charged against Greta Gebhard. So that's going to extend the lead for the Packers to 14-5. Nice play, some assistance from the net on that one for Emily Garreau. She's going to be credited with the kill on that one. A couple of substitutions coming in. We're going to have Rowan Olmstead, and checking back in is going to be Sydney Tollefson. Serving is going to be Emily Garreau. We've seen her at the end of set number 1, made a nice run for the Knights. Nice block on the front line from Greta Gebhard. Grand Forks Central putting together a nice string of points here. They trail West Fargo in set number 3 by 7 on our Ultra Health System scoreboard. Packers 14, Grand Forks Central 7. Nice dig right there from Piper Severson. West Fargo once again answering. Not a lot of unforced errors on the side of the net for West Fargo High School. Credited with that point. Great effort for the libero for the Knights, Piper Severson, to keep that play alive. Nevertheless, West Fargo is going to be credited with the point. Marley Euler, after that point for Grand Forks Central, serving for the Knights. Trailing by a score of 15-8 in set number 3. And that one goes to a player you do not want to see be put in that position. That's Ellie McIntosh yet again. Putting an end to Grand Forks Central's attempted run to try to get back into this one. Now serving for the Packers is going to be Allison Schultz. And Grand Forks Central able to come away with that point. Nice play at the net by way of Lauren Reardon. Greta Gebhardt subbing in for Grand Forks Central. And that attempted spike is going to go into the net off the hand of Ava Halverson. So now Grand Forks Central looking up at the scoreboard, trailing by 6. Greta Gebhardt serving for the Knights. This one's played on the back row. Setting up McIntosh in the middle on the front middle hitter from her net position. And McIntosh does not make a mistake with that one. Credited with yet another kill. Back of the napkin stats, I'm going to put her at double-digit kills on the night. She has been a problem for Grand Forks Central up to this point. That serve is going to go into the net. Point will be awarded to Grand Forks Central. Halloween here tonight. Seeing a lot of the student section putting on their outfits, their costumes, I should say. They even gave out some awards courtesy of the Grand Forks Visitors Bureau. Third place went to a student dressed up as a Winnipeg Jets player. Second place went to a student dressed up as a pickle. And first place was given to a player dressed up as a dinosaur, an inflatable dinosaur. And then we have the public address announcer dressed up as Gene Simmons from KISS. I'm going to have to give him the top outfit of the night. He even serenaded the crowd in between set number 1 and set number 2 with his best rendition of I Want to Rock and Roll Every Night. Almost an athletic play on the outside. The set was just out of reach of Ori Morris. She did a pirouette in midair, almost able to put that one over the net. Nice display of athleticism there from Ori Morris, the sophomore outside hitter for the Packers. Lauren Reardon serving for Grand Forks Central, putting that one in a positive spot, and they're going to count that as an ace, saying that Boston Lever was not able to get underneath that one as it falls to the hardwood, so that's going to be an ace credited to Lauren Reardon for Grand Forks Central. Nice play there from J.C. Reardon from her middle hitter position. Now Grand Forks Central taking a look up at the scoreboard, trailing by 5. Lauren Reardon trying to keep the momentum on the night side. Nice block on the front line from Reardon, combined with Greta Gebhardt. And that's going to be another point for Grand Forks Central, putting together a nice run, now only trailing by 4 in set number 3. Lauren Reardon leading the way for Grand Forks. Some nice plays at the net from Gebhard, J.C. Reardon, Piper, Sydney Tollefson, among others for Grand Forks. And that one's going to be out of bounds, so yet another point for Grand Forks, crawling back into this one quietly, now only trailing by 3 in set number 3. Taking a look at our All-True Health System scoreboard, Packers 19, Knights 16. Lauren Reardon switching to the other side of the service line, mixing things up. Powerful hit from West Fargo's Ava Halverson to put an end to that run for Grand Forks. A nice backward set on the front line. Grand Forks was expecting that to go to the far side, but a reverse set instead comes to the near side. Halverson makes no mistake with that one, and that's going to extend the lead for West Fargo 20-16. Emily Gros, nice finesse play at the net. So Grand Forks Central gives up a point and gets the ball right back. Now serving for the Knights is going to be Piper Severson. And that's going to be an infraction on the front net. That one is going to be penalized against Greta Gebhard. So West Fargo only 4 points away from putting this match to bed. Grand Forks Central has matched their top point total in a single set. Set number 1, they lost 25-17. Right now they trail 21-17 in set number 3. Nice play on the back line there from Olivia Peterson to keep it alive for West Fargo, however, only momentarily. So Grand Forks Central now sets a game high in one single set with 18 in the third frame. So positive signs for Brandon Walters' squad coming into the final stretch of the regular season, playing their best volleyball so far tonight here in set number 3. It helps when you don't go down 5-0, 6-0, 7-0 to start a set. And that one is going to hit the net but bounce over and fall to the hardwood for an ace for Grand Forks Central. This is going to be credited to Emily Garreau. Now Grand Forks Central trailing only by 2 in set number 3 in the later stages. 21-19, West Fargo with the edge. Nice play by Severson to keep this one alive. Lauren Reardon's going to hit it from the back row overhand. And they're going to say Greta Gebhard reached over the net. And actually, they're going to give this point to Grand Forks Central. Once again, my knowledge of the rule book in North Dakota High School volleyball. In fact, we're going to have a conference of the referees, the net officials. They're going to have a discussion to see who this penalty is against. But as things stand right now, Emily Garreau is getting ready to serve for the Knights. Referees are going to have a conference. The net officials. And they're going to redo the points, it looks like. So we're going to stay at 21-19. Correction, they're going to award the point to Grand Forks Central. My recognition of the hand signals from the officiating crew is not where it should be. Oh, they are going to redo the point. 21-19 is what we have on our All True Health System scoreboard here at Grand Forks Central High School's gymnasium. West Fargo out of whack, able to get the ball over the net. Looking on the near side, hitting that one over. Attempting to get that ball over is number 14, Marley Euler, for Grand Forks Central, but she's going to hit that one out of bounds. So West Fargo is going to take over the service, leading by 3 points away from putting this match to bed. And another nice play from Greta Gebhard from her middle hitter position at the net. Just giving that ball the slightest of touches to find the soft spot on the West Fargo side, as that ball is going to fall to the hardwood. And now Grand Forks Central once again only trailing by 2, trying to string some points together to get back into this set. And a great hit from the near net position, Andrea Wetterlin. Piper Severson, I can't say I would have done anything differently. That one looked like it was hit powerful, and she thought it was going to be deep. However, it landed right on the back side of the line. Correct call from the line judge on the back side. So that's going to extend the lead for the Packers. They lead 23-20 in set number 3. So here we go, match point. Allison Schultz will serve this one for the Packers with the game on her hand. Set number 3, West Fargo leading this frame by a score of 24-20. Winning the first 2 sets, this is match point. Lauren Reardon with an attempted spike for Grand Forks Central, and that one is going to be tipped by the front line of West Fargo and fall on the Grand Forks Central side. So that is going to be final. Grand Forks Central West Fargo High School wins this set number 3 by a score of 25-20. That will do it. They sweep the sets. West Fargo High School defeats Grand Forks Central 25-17, 25-8, and 25-20. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, hear a word from our sponsors. but we will be right back with the postgame show, wrapping up tonight's action. Grand Forks Central falling to West Fargo High School in North Dakota High School volleyball. We'll be right back with the postgame show on KNOX Live Sports.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with Harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks. Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Man of Steel. Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are just wrapping up our action tonight here at the Grand Forks Central High School Gymnasium as the Knights volleyball team falls to West Fargo High School in 3 sets, 25-17, 25-8, and 25-20. You are watching the postgame show brought to you by Lake Region State College. We change lives, and Spray Advantage, everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. And a shout out to our network sponsors as well, Rivard's Turf and Forage. Check out all of our specialized seeds at rivards.com. And Grand Trailer Sales, trailer parts sales and service in East Grand Forks. Once again, Grand Forks Central falling to West Fargo High School in tonight's matchup in 3 sets, 25-17, 25-8, and 25-20. A sign of hope for this Knights volleyball squad as they go into their last week of the regular season. Next week they will face off against Grand Forks Red River in the same gymnasium on Tuesday. And then next Thursday they will travel to Fargo South in the regular season finale on Thursday, November 7th. Getting ready for the EDC tournament set to begin on November 12th. That will be hosted at the top seeds' home gymnasiums, as well as the semifinal rounds taking place on November 14th. And then the state qualifiers and the region championship are going to be held at West Fargo Cheyenne High School on November 16th. Long volleyball season, head coach Brandon Walters has to be happy with the fight that the Knights put up throughout tonight's matchup, especially in set number 3, putting together their set high for tonight's matchup, putting up 20 in set number 3. They put up 17 in set number 2. In set number 1, they were able to put up 17. In set number 2, they were only able to put up 8 points. We are going to hand out some awards. We're going to start off with the PS Garage Doors Player of the Game. And we are going to hand this award to West Fargo High School number 9, Ellie McIntosh. Back of the napkin stats, I believe she had more than 10 kills on the night, and she was the mainstay on the net for the Packers. So Ellie McIntosh being awarded our PS Garage Doors Player of the Game. The PS stands for Pride in Service. Then we're going to hand out the cover of the game. I'm going to give some recognition to some of the players on the front line for Grand Forks Central. Sydney Tollefson, J.C. Reardon, Lauren Reardon, and Greta Gebhard. Among others who were not mentioned, Emily Garreau and Marley Euler. They did a good job given the size advantage that West Fargo High School had this evening of blocking some of those plays at the net. So I'm going to award them the cover of the game, and that is brought to you by Finest Auto Trim. Big or small, we cover it all. And right now I'm going to put the replay of the game. The replay of the game is brought to you by Proseed. Need seed, think Proseed. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in for tonight's matchup as we are closing out the regular season of Eastern Dakota Conference Volleyball. Grand Forks Central is going to close out their season next week with a couple of matchups against Red River here at home on Tuesday, November 5th, and then closing out the regular season on Thursday, November 7th at Fargo South. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales KNOX Live Sports Network. Tune in tomorrow night as Grand Forks Red River football takes on Bismarck St. Mary's in high school, the playoffs in the state's quarterfinals. We will have that action for you here. Video coverage available on KNOXradio.com under the Live Sports tab. And we will also have radio coverage for you on 1310 AM, 107.9 FM KNOX. Thank you for tuning in. You watched Grand Forks Central Knights Volleyball on KNOX. Have a great